there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking to Cannon because he cannot stay away from the press. He was asked if he would ever reconcile with ex-wife Mariah Carey, and he says, quote, "You gotta ask her." Are you kidding me right now? So basically said whether or not he'd be opening to reconciling with his ex-wife Mariah after her split from longtime boyfriend Brian Tanaka. He said in a recent interview, "I mean, you gotta ask her and let me know what she say." He continued joking, "Ask her, text me, we can talk through you. It's Valentine's in the air. You could be the chocolate cupid. Let's do it. I'm with it." This isn't the first time Nick Cannon has swooned over the idea of getting back together with the emotion singer. He said back in July 2022, "I truly respect her, the relationship that she has been in for quite some time. And you know, dude is amazing with my kids and we got family gatherings. I truly respect her, but come on, that's my fantasy love. That's somebody I will always love." He said, "I guess I'm a true romantic. I'm a true believer in love, and I allow the capsules of love to be where they lie. I am not a timeline dude. I believe time is man-made. We make it linear when I believe it is more reciprocal. I will never have a love like I have with Mariah, and I appreciate that." And that's the thing where the issue sometimes is with spinning the block. Sometimes the fantasy is spinning the block. It'll never be what you think it'll be. He said that for now, he wants to appreciate their fairy tale romance for what it was while giving a nod to some of her top singles. "It was literally like a fairy tale with Mariah, so I'd rather it be that way. And I appreciate that fantasy because if I try to go back and it wasn't the same, like bleep, I messed it up. But if I had the opportunity to, if it could be the same way it was, I'm there. Always be my baby. Don't forget about us. We belong together." I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. I'm done. Nick Cannon and Mariah shocked fans when they revealed they privately tied the knot in 2008. They later welcomed twins Moroccan Cannon and Monroe Cannon in 2011. Cannon has since famously fathered 10 additional children. He shares sons Golden 6 and Rise 1 and daughter Power Queen 3 with Brittany Bell. He also is the father to 2-year-old twin sons Zion and Zillion and daughter Beautiful One, who he shares with Abby De La Rosa. Model and Selling Sunset co-star Brie Tessie, sorry if I'm butchering your last name, welcomed her and Cannon's son Legendary in July 2022. The following September, he and ex-Price is Right model Lanisha Cole announced the arrival of their daughter Onyx. His and Elisa's godson Zen sadly died at 5 months old in December of 2021. After being diagnosed with a rare form of brain cancer. The two later welcomed baby girl Halo in December of 2022. Do I want Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey to get back together? No, absolutely not. And here's the thing, you guys. Nick Cannon fumbled. Nick Cannon is the one who fumbled. It's his fault that him and Mariah are not together. Nick Cannon, he kept going on Howard Stern's show and revealing intimate details about his marriage with Mariah Carey while they were together, and then hyping up his exes such as Kim Kardashian. And it's like, you're married to Mariah Carey. Read the freaking room, right? And before Nick Cannon went on this out-of-wedlock children's spree, there was an opportunity for you and Mariah Carey to get back together, and you blew it once the first baby mama came out the woodworks that there was a child on the way. So you had ample opportunities. Mariah Carey herself was giving you warnings during the marriage to shut up. Giving you warnings during the marriage to stop embarrassing her in these interviews and stop talking about your exes in these interviews when you are married to the best-selling female singer of all time. You blew it, Nick Cannon, not Mariah. Why do the people need to ask Mariah Carey if she wants to get back with you when we know the answer?
You are the one who wants to get back with Mariah Carey, but you know she's not going to be putting up with all of this foolishness of daddy daycare nonsense. She's too booked and busy to be dealing with these shenanigans. Like, literally just announced another Vegas residency, and you're up here, talking all this foolishness. And if I am any of these women, like, your guys are taking the biggest L's. I don't care how much money Nick Cannon is worth, or how much he makes, or how much he is giving to you guys for whatever. Nothing is going to replace the fact that there is no way he is physically able to be here for all of these kids at once. Unless he literally has all of the kids living under one roof at all times 24/7. And Nick Cannon is not working the 10 jobs that he has to continue to work to support all of these kids. But Nick Cannon, it's so funny to me because he downplays, everything with these baby mamas. He will not commit to any of them, but anytime Mariah Carey is on the table to talk about in any of these interviews, it's all love. It's all about, maybe one day in the future we'll get back together. Whatever's meant to be will be. If you close the door and they come back, it means that you guys are the one for each other. You guys are the soulmates and all the things. And we belong together. Really, Nick Cannon? If you belong together, then why did you do foolishness that prevented you from being together? Make it make sense, you guys. Nick Cannon knows what he's doing. He knows Mariah Carey is done with him and has been done with him. And he blew his opportunities to not only make the marriage work, but even after they got divorced, there was a short period of time that they could have got back together. And he blew it. Because he decided that it was more important to spread his seed across America and have all of these out-of-wedlock kids with all of these baby mamas and buy them all the same gifts, and they're all competing with each other to see who has the most kids by Nick Cannon, who gets the most attention by Nick Cannon, and all of these things. Meanwhile, he is still talking about Mariah Carey in all these interviews. So how does it feel? No matter how many times he lays down with you and has these out-of-wedlock kids with you and buys you these gifts and all of these things, all is on his brain is still Mariah Carey, the best-selling female artist of all time. So what do you have to say for yourselves? Because is it worth it to just count Nick Cannon's money while he is there on a very part-time basis, maybe very little of a basis at that, with all these kids out here? Just to have the clout to say, hey, I have access to this man's money. I have access to wear designer bags and put my kids in designer clothes and all these things. And I can stunt on the gram of the latest gifts that Nick Cannon got me so that the other baby mamas can be jealous and request the same things so that they feel like they're all on the same level playing field, like it's a freaking competition when he's committing to none of you. And still to this day talks about his ex-wife in 2024, and they have been long over. Where's the self-esteem? Where is the self-respect? Because there is no amount of money in the world that I'm going to partake in any type of clownery. It's just not going to happen. And these women, think that they have a prize in Nick Cannon. Think Nick Cannon is like, the Don Juan. Like, let's keep it a buck, you guys. This is not it at all. I think Nick Cannon is going through something. I think there's a midlife crisis. And I think that Nick Cannon is spreading his seed everywhere on purpose as a result of the midlife crisis. I have not pinpointed yet what the midlife crisis is. Right? Because we already know he has lupus. We already know the things that he has revealed to us over the years. But I think there's something deeper going on. Because there is a void that Nick Cannon is trying to fill that is not being filled at all by any of these women, by any of these additional kids. And he is still trying to search for something. And what that something is the family that he decided to destroy with Mariah Carey. And decided to put, his oldest kids in the predicament of having them now be in separate houses and growing up in a broken home now that their parents are no longer married. That was all you're doing, Nick Cannon. Because Mariah Carey is pretty straightforward. She tells you how it is. And if she is telling you you are bleeping up the marriage, you should have took note that, gee, maybe I should stop running my mouth on Howard Stern. Maybe I should stop running my mouth about what it was like to hook up with Kim Kardashian in interviews while I am married to Mariah Carey. Make it make sense, you guys. It's not rocket science. It really isn't, right? But again, these men think that they can have their cake and eat it too. And people like Nick Cannon, who quote unquote was seen as corny or may not be seen as somebody who like looks like a Denzel in his prime or Morris Chestnut or whoever. And, you know, was because of the clout of being with Mariah Carey, the attention of being with Mariah Carey, it was too much to turn down all these women and the opportunity to have all this unprotected sex and all these out of wedlock kids with all these people across America. It was just too much of, you know, too much temptation for him to turn down. It was too much for him to decide to be committed to Mariah Carey and their 2 kids for the rest of his life. It was too much. His ego was getting too big of how much attention he was getting and how much clout he was getting and how he wanted to reminisce on all of the celebrity women he's bagged over the years. We didn't care, Nick Cannon, because if you're married to Mariah Carey, none of that matters. You should be worshiping the ground she walks on. You fumbled this. So no, we don't need to ask Mariah Carey nothing. Because Mariah Carey already knows that you are in some foolery. And you are in some, you know, high-level dysfunction. Because there will be a point when these baby mamas are going to get tired of looking like idiots on the gram, right? There will be a time they get tired of it. And there will be a time where eventually they're going to take you to court. Because they'll be sick of this at one point or the other. Because they're already jealous of each other. But the biggest, you know, thing that they will never admit is how jealous they are of Mariah Carey. And it doesn't matter if you have more kids with Nick Cannon than what he has with Mariah Carey. It is still Mariah Carey that he is the one who married. And it's still Mariah Carey who he still talks about. It is still Mariah Carey that is on his dome. So what does all of this mean to you? Nothing. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.